Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the 4.0 update. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 11. How are we doing, everybody? It's the year 2273. Our empire is preparing, as always. Go to war with these bozos over here. The Velet state, who are now actually open to us. Why are they open to us? Their borders have been closed forever. They're inferior, pathetic, inferior. Can declare a war on them. We could still get the subjugation on them, so we remain powerful enough for them. We don't have any trust, and I don't want to have any trust. I want to make sure is that they have no friends. Espionage. What are we doing with them? We're currently working on this operation phase. Breakthrough chance. Trying to acquire an asset that'll actually match this. That would actually match subterfuge. So we'll see if we can get that. And then up here, there's this icon now. Overcrowding. This planet lacks enough housing for all its pops. Well, you know, we can fix that by building a city district, and we have plenty of room to build them. There's a generator district that's going to be built, so we will put that first because it's 7 days away, and then we will build a city district to give us more housing. So that'll work for that. Sometimes you'll see that icon pop up like it did last episode. It popped up very briefly, and then it changed, and that's because some of your pops migrated away to a planet that had more jobs. And that should happen because on Elandria, well, we don't have it here. We're going to build it. There is a device that we can build on our buildings. We don't have right here, the transit hub that creates a 200% automatic resettlement chance. So people in this system on these planets, on full planets, will be more likely to automatically migrate elsewhere. Ooh, there's some crystals up here. The next continuance. On the other side of the next continuance, there's crystals. That's, you know, what would be interesting is, should we even try and build in that direction? Somebody's going to come over and get all this. There's no planets. Well, there's one there, I guess. I don't often leapfrog. The AI likes to do that, or at least it used to like to do that. Listening post. Let's get the plasma thrower. But what would it cost for us to leapfrog and do that? Indus, what would it cost for us? 157 of our influence to go get that. It's a consideration. It's a consideration as time goes by, but that really makes you vulnerable to losing all of those during a war. And the Groknaploran entity is something we're going to want to fight later anyways. This should be raised up and made into a more stronger outpost, and this should as well and have more shipbuilding capacity. I still think these guys are going to want to be a problem in the future, although let's see what they look like now. The Groknaploran entity's minus 257. So what we should be doing is we are trying to make them better, happier, like us better. We can improve relations, but we have all of our envoys are busy. They're building spy networks and doing other things, so that's what they're doing. This is our chancellor, a scientist. We can give her engineering. Since she is ruling from Elandria, we're going to give her physics research bonus. Snyran secured specimen. The Snyran. Okay, that's fun. That's for an initiative, for a quest line. The Last of Us. What are you guys doing? You're upgrading the starbase, and what are you doing? You need more ships. Reinforce the fleet. And that uses up a huge chunk of our alloys, so. Energy credits are low. Let's see if we can figure out a way to improve that. You guys have one more slot here. What's our housing like? We have 1.9k, and these are pretty much maxed out. We could build this and put more technicians to work. That would be a good thing. And that might help take care of that problem. This planet we're starting to build, they're going to build their city district. That'll be great. More people are migrating from Brienne. Habitability 5%. Now, we were talking about this last episode that should make it so that this planet down here becomes 70% and we can colonize this thing. So it's got energy districts and ag districts and not a lot of toll districts, 11. So we have to choose here, what do we want to do? And since right now energy is clearly becoming an issue and it's going to be more of an issue as our fleet gets bigger, I think we should do a generator district here. There's no particular specialization for it. It's a small planet of 12. Anybody can colonize it. We have the least defects, but does anybody here have special job efficiency for influential jobs? That doesn't count. Leader upkeep, leader lifespan. We're just food upkeep per pops +1 and pop growth. So let's do us because of the pop growth reason. That's our specialization. We'll go for generator world to start out. Batium Prime. I got an idea here. I have different names for planets based on things. Yes, like this. Okay, here we go. You'll like this. Come here. There we go. Tashi Station. All right, what do we have for habitability? That's finished. What can we pick? The frigate, space torpedoes, combat computers, planetary defense, torpedo battery, corvette hull hit points, and frigate hull hit points. Those are rare. Would kind of like to have that. Applied Mechanics Institute. Lots of stuff that I like here. And of course, habitats. This is how some of these other species that start the game, and we noticed for the longest time they had one planet. This is how they can get other planets, is what they really are as habitats. I'm going to grab the rare corvette hull frigate, although I think this really was a planet. Yep, that's a planet. And he's got two more up here. Fool's End, which is a planet. And then over here, Fallen Angels, also a planet. That was a Poison song. Your mama's fallen angel. Let's keep rolling here. Energy is becoming a fast problem for us because we're building our fleet bigger. So, Bubbles, you know where I'd like you, Bubbles? Move over here. Could you move over there? That might be a safer space for you. Set that as your home base. What do we have here? Defensive pact from the Groknaploran entity entered into a defensive pact with the Julian Interstellar. So now they're even bigger of a problem because they have a defensive pact. That's not good. Okay. Well, what is... Oh, this is a frontier sector. They don't have anybody governing. We have to choose somebody. So this person gets a bunch of stuff, but they don't have any ruling bonuses. This person is a commander, and he gets no ruling bonuses either, and he's busy being a commander on a ship anyway. I could move a scientist over there. What's this planet doing? Habitability, pop growth speed. Okay. What are our leaders' maximizations here? Maximum number of leaders. Oh, I have to go to leaders. I can get one more. I can get 3 more officials. Okay, let's just grab an official. Let's hire an official. An official who has some good bonuses. Maybe something to pops. Ship build speed. That's nice. Leader lifespan. Leader lifespan. Less crime. Ship weapon damage. Ship fire rate. Those are commanders. I can get a science person. Leader lifespan again. Clear blocker cost. Leader lifespan and survey speed. Externals. Clear blocker costs. Daily hull religion. Okay, so we don't have anybody who's going to have a really awesome bonus here. So let's just find us an official. The crime one. Yeah, let's go anti-crime here. So you can do that, and then we can pick something for you. You can have even less crime, or trade from jobs, or pop growth speed if you're a counselor, but you're not a counselor. That depends. What counselors do we have? Head of research, the High Ambassador, Empire Affixes counselor. This is Defense Minister, and you are Felix. Council agenda speed and infiltration costs. Okay, yeah, so we don't want to move you into a counselor position, so let's just get trade from jobs and call it okay. First order of business on this brand new planet is to make robot assembly plants. And then let's put some people together. said mining world, so let's build jobs for you. So let's just build one job for now. And then let's get gene clinics on it. Clone vats, I mean, not gene clinics. And then you have blockers, but we can't get rid of them yet. Okay, Brienne's. Get to work and have fun. And planetary decisions, nothing too interesting here. Okay. Bureaucrats, here's a decision. You can spend some of your artifacts to create bureaucrats plus 20%. Now, we have not a lot of bureaucrats on this planet. Right there, we have some though, and what they do is, of course, generate unity, and they're generating some trade. Sure. Oh, it does not have the artifact exhibition modifier. Oh, are we already doing that? Oh, we are. Well, then good for us. We're already doing it. Yeah, this is just getting into a hole over here. Okay, let's try to use some of this to get ourselves out of trouble. This is not going to be easy.
Council agenda available.
A resolution has passed. All right. Technology reached. The blockers. Yay. Okay, this can give us more officials. Planetary capital. The Hall of Judgment, which is going to help with your crime. Terraforming gases. Ooh. Produce from farmers and gene clinics, which is a slightly better version of the medical clinic we already have. It uses a gas as upkeep. Creates a bunch of medical worker jobs. It creates a bunch of amenities and then your standard plus 10 pop growth speed. Regenerative hull tissue would be good. I'm going to grab the Form a Federation just because if there's a way to form a Federation soon, we might want to do it since these jerks formed a Federation with the Julians over here, and we're going to need a Federation possibly with the Gox star regime because they're very big. So the Gox star regime are very big. They're equivalent to us. We have a defensive pact with them, but a Federation might be even better down the road. Imperialists. Hegemonic. They're fanatic materialists. Fanatic militarist, I should say, not materialist. That's us. We're the materialist type. We're the material girls. We were earning a lot of food, so
life form encountered.
Let's just sell more of it to try and keep ourselves in the black over here. Drifting capsule, a mysterious capsule adrift in Oluna. It has no obvious offensive capability and is unresponsive to our signals. We will study it.
Updated.
We will study it. What are you guys doing? You're right there. And these guys, this guy here is still working on excavating that site. Okay, how's our espionage going? We're still working on this. We've not made any progress at all. It's still at 0%. It's challenging, and that's why it's kicking our butt. Okay, keep trying. We could really use an asset to help us. That would be great. The Racket Industrial Enterprise. Resources, we will lose 1,500 energy credits, and technology we will gain is the cosmic weather models. Not interested right now because we're hemorrhaging money. So we're going to sell another 100 food and buy a little bit more energy credits and see how that works out for us. Alien organism procurement. The Oranithi teeth. Excellent. We get this. We've built this thing. Have we built this now? Yes, we have. We built it, and so we can activate these at any point in time, but of course you can see there's upkeep costs, and we're having a problem with funds right now. This one is going to add research. This one adds research. Research. I'd like to turn all the research ones on, but we need money to make that happen. We need energy credits, actually. We don't need money. We have money. Trade is money. Okay, kleptomaniac rats. Our archaeologists working on Meneth 3 accidentally triggered an array of ancient but still functioning sentry guns. Several archaeologists were caught in their firing zones. Ask Janot eventually managed to disable the guns, but there were several fatalities. Oh, -1 clue. Dude, you need a leader at lifespan -40. You're not the guy for this job, are you? Okay, so which ship is that? Let's find out. Is that the Tachyon? Yes. Ask Janot. So who's our other person over here? This person is Gottfried. Gottfried, I want to put you on the Tachyon. I'm going to hope you have better luck. Gottfried, you're the job. You're getting that job now. Back on the Enterprise, we will add Mr. Slacker over here. Okay. Switch you guys around and give you the harder job because we want the Rubricator. Yay. Tarzan Starbase. Okay, so the Starbases over here are getting things. This needs additional guns. And then, there's a Nebula Refinery. Ooh. Base cost of 2, our upkeep is 1.58. And we get 10 more minerals and 1 more gas from it. That's nice. But again, it's a bastion meant to detour for war to create a choke point. So we're early on. Ship shield hit points on that one. Over here, more shipyards. And then what we want, but we don't have right now, is a building that gives your ships 100 experience when they roll right off the assembly line. But we don't have that right now. So we do need crew quarters though if we want to assemble anybody there. So we have to add that. You are the head of research. We can give you minerals from jobs if you are a counselor or leader experience gain. Well, let's go leader experience gain and hope you get a few more tools as you get older. Hope for some things here. There's an archaeology site over there. Oh, man. Okay, you know what we're going to do? This is a little bit nuts, but let's go do it. Yeah, what the hell? I need a ship over there, though. I need one more science ship over there. You guys need to finish your archaeology sites. Form Federation, so we can do that if we want to do it now. Available envoy and damage to rivals. Let's do something that's not expensive. Let's do our edict fund. Also, let's take a look at our edicts. Edicts are things that you can spend unity on that give you some benefits. Usually when you go to war, you want to come down here. Hopefully you have the specialized strategic resources to pull some of these off, because you can add to armor, you can add to sensors, you can add to explosive damage, ammunition, and you'll get more as you unlock technology. There are some that help with your kinetic damage, some that help with your plasma damage, all kinds of different things. Exotic gases is fuel for increase your sublight speed, shield boost. So when I go to war, I like to come over here and launch a bunch of these. But right now, fortify the border will help with your starbase upgrade speed. Nutritional plenitude will help with your pop growth speed, and I generally like to have that on. But again, I said earlier, what I want to do is roll through my traditions as fast as possible. So I'm not real excited about turning that on. It almost would be worth it though, an extra 10%. Let's do it. Fleet supremacy, ship starting experience plus 100, ship build speed plus 10. So you get in a war, you probably want to come turn that one on. Extended shifts will give you worker resource output, but again, you can only do so many of these. So research subsidies are nice. Resources produced from researchers is plus 10%, but of course they cost you more upkeep in energy. So we'll fire that one off, and then we'll see about getting ourselves some more. Like, this has almost all of its people at work, and what I would like to do is put up a building that could provide more unity. You do want to have some of these buildings up here cranking out things like gases and stuff though. Your choices right here. Research supply depot. Nope. What are my options here? Early in the game, there's not a lot. There's none right now. Okay. That's interesting. Right here in this slot, there's nothing. Oh, there's admin offices. Here we go. Bureaucrats turn consumer goods into Unity, and it's an extra 10 Unity. Yeah, let's get that started. Usually what I like to do is, like, when the planet starts to get full, we'll take this medical center and replace it, and we'll take the robots and replace that. For instance, we can almost do that when our technicians get full and we can't build any more of these districts down here. That's when you want to take your robot assembly plant and replace it with something else that's going to provide benefit for you, like creating Unity or helping research or anything else. This is a growth thing, and once your planet is grown, you know, some of the pops are going to migrate off, but where we have this special ability on our species, we have this 30% pop growth speed when our planet is barely populated and a -10 when it gets full. We're not going to keep growing a lot of people on our planet that are Elandrians anyways, so I always feel like it's better to start switching over those buildings and doing something else. A research agreement with the Drool. We'll get 20 physics research from them, and they'll get this much. We can learn 20 physics, 9 society, and 6 engineering. Yes, please, we'll take that. We'll take the ding here on our influence for that, for an extra 20 physics research. Plus, you know, making friends and all that. Excavating the archaeological site. Let's hope you have more luck, brother. I think you don't want to colonize this relic world until you finish that archaeological site, or you may not even be able to. Oh no, it says you cannot colonize without selecting a species. Okay, it says you can colonize. Okay, I'm still not going to do it yet. I want to wait until we get done with those rats. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know what the logic is there. I just don't feel like it's a good idea. Something in my brain is telling me it's not a good idea. These guys are still working. Two of 3 stages have been completed. We like the sounds of that. Complete the last one, my friend. This excavating archaeological site, we can give him archaeology excavation speed. Since you're an archaeologist excavating, let's try to speed you up a little bit. Oh, and what happened here? Hask Janot has leveled up. Oh, you can also get your archaeological excavation speed going up. The Gulantha herd is secured. That's great. And another person made a level.
In progress.
Our aggressive stance. Okay. You are our admiral, so ship weapons damage would be good for you. Military ships build. Nope, you're an admiral. You're in a ship. You're commanding. That's where we want to keep you. So the Velet state, we're just kind of paying attention here and seeing when are we going to get an asset. Get us an asset. Get us an asset. You can do it. I believe in you. We have a lot of food to sell, so I think I'm going to sell a chunk of it. And look at just buying some energy. Yeah, let's buy a little chunk of it there. I can try to buy a little bit more, but I don't want us to do what happened there is going right in the black. That's not what I want to have happen. In the red, I mean. Not what I like. Okay. Orbital anomaly. Gravitational anomaly knocked out the observation post over Cursa 4 out of orbit, causing it to briefly drop into the planet's lower atmosphere. While our crew are unharmed and our original trajectory has been restored, there are concerns that the station could have been detected from the surface by the Sojags. Only time will tell if they have been exposed to the locals and to what extent that will impact their society. Oops. Oopsies. Edict fund goes up. Available envoys, damage to rebels, regenerative hull tissue. I like that. Naval capacity goes up. That could be important. Let's do that. Naval capacity.
Construction complete.
Come on, my friend. You can do it. Get us an asset that matches. Get us somebody who can do subterfuge.
Construction complete.
Okay, what's going on with this science ship? Where are you? You're over there in Galerum, and you finished whatever the hell you were doing over here. Okay. There is something there, but what I would really like to do is get you over here on this side. Go survey that. You successfully did this. So we will start grabbing some of that. Makes our empire bigger. We're at 201 right now. 20% penalty to tradition of adoption cost and technology, but awareness increased on the Rutherian society, and the Iram system is increased to partially aware. They are partially aware. The dice, it would be fun to be able to see the dice rolls. I would like that. I'd like to see a list here of all my previous dice rolls and how come we're failing so miserably every month. What do we got? Okay, is this the rats? The Empress's lilac ribbon. The archaeologists were preparing to leave when they happened upon a large hidden chamber cluttered with artifacts, gnawed bones, and a substantial amount of fresh slobber. There, under a used royal nose swab on a four-legged table with a carving of a face that confirmed was indeed funny, sat the rubricator, maker of thingamajigs, right where it was supposed to be. A tiny, insignificant-looking cube spewing out a continuous stream of artifacts. The rubricator is a replicator, an ingenious alien invention that can make endless copies of just about any artifact. As soon it is ours, the planet-side team will begin the journey back to the safety of the ship. Thankfully, we will never know what attacked the hoarders. Oh, we might. Okay. Yeah, then that's why you don't want to colonize the planet. I knew there was a reason we didn't want to. The rubricator, a snarling, hissing fiend, has appeared out of the void. With one swipe of their giant talons, she snatched the archaeology shuttle carrying the excavation team and the rubricator back to Tachyon, bending it open and prying the rubricator from within. It seems we have finally had the displeasure of meeting the hoarding rat's assailant. The dragon must have been attracted by their countless treasures and made her nest within the royal palace, feasting upon their bodies. Perhaps she was on the prowl or observed from afar as we excavated the ruins, waiting for the right moment to strike. She appears to be growling something in our general direction. Translate her animal noises. The rats went squeak, squeak, squeak.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Then their bones went crunch, crunch, crunch. Now it is your turn to tickle the inside of Shard's belly. Yes, you have been naughty, little ones. The rubricator belongs to Shard. Oh. Give back the rubricator this instant. A thunderous rumble erupts from the dragon's belly. Suddenly her wings are wrapped around the ship, her steamy breath fogging up the windshield as she peers inside, a maniacal glint in her eyes. How did she get so close so fast, and is she smiling? Why, you whet my appetite, little ones. She purrs softly, then lunges at it with all her might, fangs exposed.
Spaceport under attack.
Oh no. That's not good. How big is this thing? Shod Dragon. Okay, I don't have any notes on this thing. How powerful are you? Okay, well, the rubricator and this planet that we want to colonize are...
Spaceport lost.
We lost our spaceport. No. Okay, so the Grand Dragon Shard. How difficult is Shard? Let's go find out. We are a long way away from having the power to defeat the Leviathan, so we'll leave it alone for now. You need a fleet that's about 30k in strength. Our current one is 5.6, and you need to have neutron launchers is the recommendation, so we will wait around for that. In the meantime, we can reinforce this fleet to 45, which is its current max. That's that fleet. This is Bubbles. And where's our other group of ships? Over here. You guys are at 20. Okay, let's see what our max is here. I know this is going to make it way more expensive energy-wise. I'm just thinking of... The other fleet is 45. This is going to put us way over our naval capacity. So we're not going to actually build those ships yet. I just would really like to go after these guys sooner rather than later, because it's going to take longer the more planets they keep coming up with. And plus there's always the fear that they will find friends. So I think that's going to have to be something that we do. I think what we're going to have to do is move you guys over to here. We're going to move you. You guys are going to move over to here. Because you're going to be closer to this side where we want to actually go to war with. And Bartingham is where we're going to want to build our armies. At Toshi Station. Let's change this. I like to have the names be the same. So this is colonizing, and when it gets colonized, we're going to create an army on it. And then that army can depart on a transport, and we can use it to capture their planets. But there is this storm which is slowly moving west-northwest against us. And we have the money problem. We've got to go look at... We see we have a lot of agri-worlds here. So which agri-world... Oh, and we switched over to generator support on this one. So this is listed as an agri-world, but that's wrong. We need to flip it over. Generator, this is going to give us 25% resources produced from our generator guys. And that takes a little bit of a change there. We need global energy management before we can do any more with that planet. Okay. Oh, and we could switch some people to technicians. Okay, so there's an odd factory, and then what's this? There's miners here. Let's do this. Let's go in here and say fewer miners, because I want more technicians. And odd factory workers. I like you guys. See if we can get those numbers moved around here. I'm going to push some people into this job here. Or we could just favorite it. That would actually be the easier thing to do. Let's move all that back up. Let's just favorite it that way for now. Not going to have anybody working the odd factory. Gets us to minus 20. Okay, that's helpful. So that planet has some technicians. It's generator world. The Last of Us doesn't have enough for a generator. Janus is definitely a food world. And so is this one. So we just have to do our best to keep selling food and trying to buy energy. Ladders to Heaven. Primitive image capturing technology managed to record our observation post while it was in low orbit around Cursa 4. Alongside eyewitness testimonies, these photographs have inspired some nations to build ladders to heaven in order to investigate further. While this is obviously a futile effort, competition between nation states is having a destabilizing effect. Old tensions are flaring up in the race to complete the first ladder, fueled by national pride and scarcity of resources. If we can discredit their evidence of our own existence, we may be able to diffuse tensions before the situation gets out of hand. Alternatively, this diplomatic posturing between pre-faster-than-light political powers could be an interesting sociological case study, albeit one that comes with the risk of violent escalations. Continue observations. We'll take the research. So all we can really do is keep selling more food to try to get us out of this mess. Try to buy some food. We could sell a scant few more of these, but consumer goods. Okay, now we're in the black across the board with 70 alloys per turn coming in and plenty of money coming in. Okay. That's balanced for a little while. Let's speed this back up. Let's go back to our espionage on you. How are we doing? You're still on the second of third stage. It's been a long episode and you have not acquired an asset yet. I'm worried about you.
Construction complete. Council agenda ready.
Council agenda. Okay. This one is going to give us materialist ethics extraction and mechanical pop speed. Great. Now, chart the unknown we don't care about. Faction approval can go up and egalitarian ethics attraction can improve. Open arms, monthly trade. Oh yes, please, let's just do that. And then we can adopt yet another tradition up here. This thing, fleet logistics, ship upkeep -10 and naval capacity plus 20%. That will help with our fundage. It's only 10%, but let's see. What are our ships costing us right now? They're consuming 114, so this should drop it by about 8 points. We should get about 8 more energy this month out of it when it flips over. Oh, we got more than that. We got about 12. That was nice. Cool. And that could do with other fluctuations, but that's good. That's going to help. Okay. Tachyon. You have no orders? Yes, you do. You have orders. Research that project. You're right there. There is Indus says I have constructed things over here. What else would you like me to do? That we have to get somebody over here. Wait a minute. Hold on. A passing cosmic storm has left more than mere devastation in its wake. On Tashi Station, it has created an entirely new geographical feature.
Colony established.
A new geographic feature, aftermath, severe polar disturbances. Upkeep for metallurgists is -20. Okay, will expire in 2.9 years. Then it's not very helpful, is it? If it was going to stay permanent, that would be something to build around. No, we got to go back to here. Tachyon, where are you? You're studying that? No. Who's doing what here? Let's go back here. Tachyon, Enterprise, what are you doing? Surveying. Okay, you're surveying. Great. Then that works. Colony founded. Tashi Station. Generate a world. Let's immediately start building robots. Let's immediately get the clone vats down. And then we're going to build generator districts and get rid of your blockers. Excellent. And then what is this? Magnetic storm aftermath. So the storm... Hypercane Mugdar. Yeah, we would like you to get the hell out of here, please. Thank you. It has left Tashi Station behind, so it's now on these systems. But it's left this one, and that's why. So we would like it to leave the rest. Hyper-magnetized planetary core. Unusual after effects are being reported from Tashi Station in the wake of the recent magnetic storm. The storm's potent energy fields increase magnetic volatility in the planet's molten core, resulting in a widespread failure of technological infrastructure. However, the situation also presents a unique resource extraction opportunity. Yeah, so we learned about that. Produce per miner's weight, max mining districts. Is that permanent?
Construction complete.
This is permanent. Okay, so this is interesting. This kind of sucks. I mean, no, it doesn't kind of suck. It's just they don't have a lot of mining districts. So getting to take advantage of this one, of either of these alloys produced per 100 miners, is not really going to be great because they don't have a lot of mining. But we'll still use it because every single advantage helps. Conflict, what's it good for? A war has broken out in Imrim in recent years. Certain factions on the planet managed to accrue enough wealth to monopolize the means of production. In turn, the others revolted against the growing inequity. Now, an all-out class war has broken out. It is a dark time for RM3. This will have lasting consequences. Those brave revolutionaries, we lament their struggles. Again, these are all faster-than-light species that you are observing. So, wormhole travel, but I am not any kind of excited to start that. Field Dynamics Center, which I would like to have, but capacities, subsidies, and an energy grid and energy generation. Anything that can help our energy output is going to be needed for the oncoming wars and the funding of our ships. So, asset acquired. Oh my gosh, we got an asset. Great. Okay. Oh, let's go. It said it gained a hacker. What did we gain? Oh my god, what are the odds that we gained 3 assets and they're all exactly the same? God. Yes, I understand it's colors fade gaming, but come on, man. Can the universe give me a break? Are you joking? Sabotage, technology, government, military. All we want to do is sabotage. Well, let's gather information then. Again, it doesn't matter. Operational skill, military, technology, government. Go launch. Jeez. Lame. I get an asset and it's the same type all 3 times? The Great Ladder Wars. This is kind of funny. In their efforts to construct ladders to heaven, tensions between the pre-faster than light nations of Curse of 4 have led to an all-out global conflict. Fighting over ever-dwindling resources, the past 2 years of carnage known as the Great Ladder Wars have at last come to an end. The key terms of the peace treaty are to present a united front against their common enemy, the Sky Citadel. As the Sojags rebuild their war-torn world, their increased paranoia and hatred of the unknown will make future interactions with them more challenging. Okay. Legacy of Ladder Wars modifier effect added. Encryption +1 and operational skill +2 for the democracy of Alandra. Well, I'll take that. Oh, too bad. Too bad we can't use that to actually gather an asset that matters. Okay, Indus. Well, in that case, do you want to construct this stuff over here? What I really want is this over here and this over here. Why don't you just move there and wait? Well, everything has not gone as planned, but that's how it goes. The journey begins. We are witnessing the inhabitants of Curse of 4 take their first steps towards enlightenment. They look upwards, opening themselves to the mysteries of the universe. An artistic expression develops within their culture. So does art's power to capture the spiritual striving of their society. They yearn for something beyond themselves to believe in. We can gain a bunch of society research or hands-off approach modifier added for 12 months, gain 25% more observation insight. Let's just take the research. We need the research. Well, we're doing our best. Sol X. Where is this planet? What system is it located in? Alandria. Okay, that's right. Unspoken grief. The war on Iram 3 is over. One by one, the revolutionaries fell. As the bodies piled high, the dominant faction continued to profit from a war triggered by their own greed. The status quo has been restored. Cries for a revolution have gone silent. This is unacceptable. The event, the silent resistance, happens in 50 days, and the Rutharian specialist, 100 pops, die. Yeah, this is unacceptable. We need revolution. Let's get them some revolution, shall we? You guys, you turkeys. You stupid Grand Dragon. That's okay, we'll get you. We'll get you, Grand Dragon. Now, the silent resistance. On Iram 3, dissenting voices have been silenced by the powerful elite. However, if we intervene now, we could certainly turn the tide. Our presence on the planet could bolster what is left of the resistance. We have nothing to lose. Go, Iram. Okay, and Sol X says, hey, I can upgrade my capital, which will let me special. So you notice how it says here, specialization requires a planetary capital upgrade. That's how you unlock the second one here. And we're not using the first one because we don't have enough people working. We need all you guys working in these jobs. What do we have? Robots are specialized. We need people working. Yeah. And the clone vats don't require workers. So, but they're going to have more robots soon and they're out of food. So what we should do on this world, what are our bonuses? Minerals from jobs is -30. So we definitely don't want to do any minerals on this planet. We don't want to take that penalty. But we need technicians. So let's put together some technicians and then upgrade you. Because this number is a number we have to keep punching. It's going up because we're buying a lot and we don't want to have to buy a lot. Where we would like to put our money, you don't want to have to buy anything except alloys, really, in my opinion. You want to have everything in the green or the black, so that you can just spend your extra money on alloys. Custodian Protocol 712-6 activated, initiating data store transfer to primitive organic civilization. We graciously accept. Physics Research Society research and engineering research from jobs plus 25% for 10 years. Dude, you're awesome. We love you. Thank you. You're fantastic. We totally dig it. Stormtrap. Gottfried von Gebser believes that the mysterious capsule drifting through the Oluna system is an ancient storm trap, which may have once been part of a larger defense grid. This device's intake port is sealed tightly, but our readings suggest it is holding the compressed energy and matter of a captive cosmic storm inside. Finding a way to open this remarkable container may teach us a great deal about the storm mitigation, although at the risk of releasing whatever forces are currently contained within it. Too dangerous, leave it be. Or there is much to learn. Open the storm trap. Oh boy, why does this feel like a bad idea? Oppressing the oppressors. Landing on Iram 3, our forces demonstrated an immediate material and strategic advantage over the native troops. The former elite has withdrawn, and their revolutionaries stand poised to assume the mantle of power. This is most devastating news. Rutharian society shifts its ethics towards fanatic authoritarian. That's bad. That's a bummer. Okay. Science ship. Mr. Tachyon, get back to work here, please. You are waiting. Alright. Well. Peace and prosperity. Technology continues to progress on Iram 3 as industrialization takes their society to new heights. The most recent breakthrough in engineering has revolutionized their use of transportation and brought them a step closer to planetary unification. Defying our prediction models, Iram 3 is now a unified world. Pooling their resources, the people have prioritized the well-being of the global community and living standards are rising. Remarkable. This is highly uncommon. They have more resources than they need. No. No, we're not that cruel. Our cruelty has limits. You go find out what's over there. You build this. Well, what do you think, folks? Minor artifacts. Where are my minor artifacts? Discoveries. Relics, none. Minor artifacts. Celebrate diversity. Xenophile ethics attraction. Artifact analysis. Search for a specimen worthy of display. No. Discover precursor insight. Learn the location of a precursor site. Okay, sure. Analysis of the minor artifact suggests that there may be a precursor connection on or near Pinkoya La. Or Pinkoya 1A. Okay. We should investigate this. Yes, we should. Where is that at? Pinkoya. Okay. Sure. We know just who to put on that job. You can go there when you're done with this one. Research says naval capacity plus 25. We like it. Blockers, more of them. Edict fun. Base intel level plus 10. I'd like to have that. Resources from jobs plus 5%. That would be nice. Regenerative hull tissue we definitely want at some point in time. Max districts on Narn artificial planets only plus 1. Wow, really? We don't have any artificial planets, so this would be great for us. Let's do that. Elandria can make its capital go up. That's great. It's got a bunch of farmers. It's building a generator district. Let's improve your capital. Corvette hull hit points and frigate hull hit points are up. Okay. Applied Mechanics Institute. That's almost complete. I'll take 4 months. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that sound usually means some kind of espionage operation finished. Alright, so we gathered some intel and we know a little bit about their government. Oh, no, that means it didn't complete. That sound usually is associated with that, though, I think. These guys are still working on it. Okay. First contact event pending. Oh, okay. Do we have anybody who can do it? No. We don't. We're too busy. Well, it's been a hell of an episode. As usual with this game. A lot going on. We need to build you guys out. Let's do the thing with shields. Oh, transit hub. Nope. Disruption field generator. Mining shields. The storm is released. Godfried von Gebse completed analysis of the ancient storm's traps workings and was able to unlock its intake mechanism. As the ports opened, the radiant storm held inside was released into the void of the Oluna system. Study of the trap's complex engineering has produced fascinating insights into storm-resistant materials and structures, though we still do not understand how the device is capable of containing storms entirely. This knowledge will greatly aid us in weathering future cosmic disturbances. Engineering research gain 2000, research options gain, storm dampening generators, storm trap insight modifier added, reduces the negative effects of cosmic storms by 10. Great.
Research complete.
I think that's only on that ship though, the Tachyon. Or is that for my whole empire? The Memorex, resources and jobs, okay. Unlock applied mechanics. Yes, great. Negative effects from cosmic storms on ship defenses. See, that's what I was saying before. So, if you want to invest in some of these things, you can make the storm work for you. Which I would like to do. Or at the very least, I want to be resistant to storms. So if they show up on my neighbors and I have to fight them, I want the storms helping us and hindering them. So we'll see about that. We're selling a little bit of this, but I don't want to sell too much of it. We're going to need it to pay for our scientists and our other workers in this. Build a mining station, build research, build a starbase there, build a starbase there, build a starbase there. Then you can backfill everything. It looks pretty good numbers-wise up here. I think we're doing all right. Sadly, I have tasks I have to complete that don't involve this video game, and that is always a bummer. I'm really enjoying this, though. I have to say that. Now, obviously, my opinion could change over time. Oh, what happened here? These two planets turned red. Senate is voting passed on a resolution regulatory facilitation. What does that mean? Because those two planets just turned red. Regulatory facilitation, where is it? Right here, industrial development. Diplomatic weight from economy plus 20%. Worker pop resource output plus 2.5. Habitability minus 2%. So the habitability changed on these minus 2% from 40 to 38 and it caused them to go from yellow to red. Oh, that's funny. In the Tomb World. Well, we know if you can ever get the Racket group as an immigrant, then you can colonize things. So that dropped it down to 18%. That's funny how we noticed right away. You just saw bing, those went red. That's cool. But I like the benefits of that regulatory. This is nice. Diplomatic weight from economy, that'll be good. And worker pop resource output plus 2.5%. Now here's something you can always do. If you ever want to know how you're doing in the game, I probably should have pointed this out much earlier in an episode, but there is the victory screen. And victory is generally done by points. There's ways to set up your victory conditions beforehand, I think. I never go into this very much because I just care about surviving the crisis at the end of the game. That always feels like a victory to me. And then, of course, coming out on top on the score. So democracy of Elandria is number one behind the fallen empires are always going to have a huge score to start the game. You're going to surpass them by the end of the game, thankfully. And for the hostile ones, you're going to have to defeat them. Right now, we have a friendly fallen empire, and so far it's the only fallen empire on the map. So we got lucky in that regard. And I will take that trade-off of having a friendly fallen empire right next to us and then having hostile regular neighbors, because we can make some of those hostile regular neighbors friendly, which we did with the Gok Star regime. The Groknaplorans like us more than they did when they first met us, and so their borders are open. And the Velet state are hostile, and there's somebody we can take care of. So I would actually rather have this situation and be surrounded by initially hostile empires that are like us and normal, and a friendly fallen empire versus having a hostile fallen empire and a bunch of friendly neighbors. That's not a good situation. This is okay. I can deal with this. But anyway, we're in the lead, and you can always go in here and look. And the thing that I like to check is the technological level. We're probably behind everybody. Our technology level is 571. If we go down here, theirs is 940, 746, 730. So we're behind the curve by a lot, by just about everybody. We're stronger. Our number of pops is greater than theirs. And you can see the number of, we're even behind them on number of colonies. Our economic strength is a little better. Our subject empires is 3135. That's what's getting us a big number right now. And I'm wondering where they get subject empires from, because that must just be from all our various outposts, I'm guessing. So I like to keep an eye on that, but we definitely want to up our technological level in places like this where, look, we have full workers here. So what we should immediately do is build some more tech. And you have a couple different options here. This is archives, which allows us to do mixed stuff. I want another lab, and there's a materials workshop, which will give us more engineering. And I actually like specializing in engineering because there are so many good technologies that come with this. So I'm actually going to build that first. Anyway, that's where we're at. God, I'd like to just keep playing, but I have to go do stuff. So, folks, you know the drill. Leave questions, comments down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. And until then, happy gaming, everyone.